So I decide to go one day without releasing a Goobies video, and then they make 2 Goobies patches. Like apparently we have leaderboards. Like what? Like we got to get on this leaderboard at least once, right? Like I get totally doxxed with my Steam name down here. That's fantastic work by the Goobies developers. And most importantly, Blobberang has apparently been buffed. So we're just going to go in with the standard array, and we are going hard for the Blobberangs. We got to test this out. So we're skipping everything that's not a Blobberang. Well, we'll take the projectile stuff, which sounds like it was maybe nerfed. The stuff that made the projectiles go like super wild. The gems, that is. Blobberang. Sorry, Mumza. Mumza, how does this feel? You're getting passed over for Blobberang, the worst skill in the game. It's so bad that in the nerf patch, it got buffed. We can take... should we take the kite or even bother? You know what? We don't care about defense. We just don't. We just want to see if we can get Blobberang working. We care about chain, though. Absolutely. We'll probably care about hardened tips this run as well. We'll have to read the upgrades for Bloberang now. Apparently there's been a visual change, but we won't know until we get these upgrades. Okay, we can take this Mumza now, because that will make the Blobberang better. And you know what? I don't care what you say in the comments. I ain't taking this. I ain't taking this garbage. I don't like it. I don't want it. I want the Mumza. What if Blobberang is now like the most powerful skill in the game? Apparently Strange Fruit got reworked as well. Oh, what is this? You are feeling lucky. What does that even mean? Do we have to take this, don't we? I mean, I want this, but I feel like I'm obligated to take this since we're testing out the new patch. We're feeling lucky. What does that even mean? If anybody knows what it... I mean, there's our luck paying off immediately. Like, Mumza, this has to be the worst day of your life. Twice you've been passed over for Blobberang. What if we had 4 Mumzas offered so far, and we passed on 3 of them? I feel like a bad person. Oh, that Strange Fruit... like, it's just straight giving us Blobberangs. It's incredible. I don't see any visual difference in the Blobberang. Does anybody else? It's still going to be terrible, isn't it? Let's just go with the Sapphire. I believe that it said that the like capstone, the 7th upgrade or whatever it is, got nerfed for this. Which I didn't feel like the Sapphire was the one that was out of control. Citrine also got nerfed, which, you know, was out of control. Okay, now we gotta go to the Bangarang. This still has to be terrible, right? Poor Mumza. Poor Mumza. This has to be like an absolute embarrassment to Mumza. Mumza's getting desperate at this point. Like, how many Mumzas are we going to pass over this run? I should have just called this, I should just call this the trigger run. What do we do? We're still in map 1. We can mess with the tree hugger. Should have called this the trigger run, because we're doing everything so far to trigger everybody in the comments. And I regret that. Ooh, look at this tree hugger animation. We got chunks of trees going everywhere. You see this? That's a great addition. All right, we're tree whispering now. I love that there's a little animation for this now. So good. I mean, yellow sapphire is not bad. It's also not good. Okay, Mumza. We're on board. We're in. We could be having like a world record Mumza run. I think we pass on all these. They don't get us to our goal. Do we take the soft blobs? I think so. Oh, did I put on double bosses? Did they reorganize where everything is on the menu? Or on the artifacts menu? Maybe I don't even know what we turned on. Some AoE radius. AoE radius is really bad for this, isn't it? Why am I taking it? 1,000 needles we can take. Okay, I just gotta hit tab here. Everything twice as fast, twice as many. Mini bosses more frequently. Doubled bosses yet single reward. Did I click that? I guess I did. Whoops. I didn't intend to, but whatever. Blobberang's gonna be so powerful, it's not gonna matter. So we're just in here searching for items. I love it. Search for this mini boss. Million needles, we're basically maxed out all the fork. I guess we'd take hardened tips. It could potentially make a Blobberang better. Salvaged energy, no thank you. Million needles. Is salvaged energy probably better? Absolutely. If you're playing, should you take salvaged energy? Absolutely. It does a boatload of damage over the course of a run. But we are not min-maxing here. Well, we got blue Blobberangs now. I do kind of like that. Hopefully this mini boss just gives us like a 3 times Blobberang. Did not. 5% crit chance. Getting your crit past 100 now apparently gives a chance for mega crit. Oh, we should... Well, we'll wait till we get past 100 crit. And then we'll turn on damage numbers just to see if we can visually see that or not. For some mega crits. I think we can. I think we're clear to go Mumza. Get our Mumza on. Look at this dude being so slow. Implode. Nope, can't do it. We're here for Blobberang and Blobberang only. People aren't tuning in to see an amazingly powerful build. They're tuning in to see how terrible Blobberang is. That's just how it is. We are getting a lot of forked projectiles. I really should dissolve AoEs, right? I know we weren't before. Like we don't have anything that does AoE. That is a mistake on my part. Clear for Mumzas. Mini bangerangs are happening. What do we take off here? Do we take the halo? I don't want it. We're just here for just this ridiculous bangerang. I still refuse to believe that it's good. Like most of this run, it won't even be doing damage. Like we'll be killing everything before it gets into bangerang range. They do look hilarious flying around now, which is in itself a massive upgrade. We gotta do this strange fruit. We're feeling luckier. I mean, that's pretty lucky. The Mumsas end up getting pretty strong later on, especially for a projectile build, which we essentially are. You know what? I'm going to take this. We have no on-death effect. I think this is going to be hilarious. We're doing it. Bangerangs and dead blobs. Well, I guess now we have a reason to do AoE. Did you see the Bangerangs? The Bangerangs went so hard there. We're really not going to get on the leaderboards, because the leaderboards is distance traveled when we're just sitting in trees. I just realized that it now tells you what stage number you're on. I really like that upgrade. Oh, look at these Blobberangs just wrecking this boss. Never stood a chance. Crit chance, we need that. Okay, I feel like we gotta keep doing the strange fruit. Like, I don't know what this means, but we need it. I'm guessing that it means that you just get better items, better quality items offered. Look at this, how we're just clearing the screen with this Blobberang. And don't tell me that it's all the other things we have going on. No, this is 100% Blobberang. Look how the Blobberang's just keeping this area around us clear. That's very important stuff. What do we want? Probably attack speed. I think we want the chain here. Oh, that is glorious. Alright, let's actually have a look at this upgrade here. So 20% chance, 20 damage. Catching it, we can throw it 2 more times. And enemies hit have a 10% chance to release 2 more boomerangs that deal basically half damage. Do they fly back to us? No, they just kind of go wherever. I mean, the catching thing is kind of pointless in my opinion. We're just not catching them. I also don't like that this final color is pink. I feel a little saddened by that. Oop. Oh, and if we're luckier, that could mean more Mumsas. We have like 5 Mumsas or something, and we passed on like 4 early on. Should have went for the land speed record on this run. Oh, these double mini bosses I appreciate. Worms? No thank you. Chain? Yes, thank you. Crit damage? Yes. Now that we have the icy dead blobs, should we take some AoE? Or should we continue to just dissolve the AoEs? I don't know. I feel like we just want the Blobberang doing as much as possible, which it's currently not, and increasing AoE is just going to make that worse. But they annihilated that boss. Thick hide, defense, not on my watch. I want more chain. And more attack speed. So now we can just chill in this one tree and know that we're searching for items. I kind of like that a lot. And I love the little color, how they match the tree color. They're just shooting everywhere. Oh, just not paying attention, just letting the red orbs just annihilate us. Apparently, those enemies are called queens. 2 bosses spawned, 2 bosses killed. And now we are even luckier thanks to strange fruit. Hopefully that luck increases mini-boss spawns. Oh, the Bloberangs are just absolutely incredible. Hopefully I don't accidentally dissolve Bloberang this run. That'd be really embarrassing to have a run where I was featuring a single item and then I went and like dissolved 2 of them or something when we were deep in the run. That would be so embarrassing. I kind of wish the Bloberangs flew further away from us. Like if they actually flew out to the enemies, they might be helpful. But instead, they just kind of spin around in the area where things have already been killed. Later on, they might end up being pretty good. But currently, this is just the projectile run. And we'll take some more projectile damage. How did we grab that? We're so far away from the magnet. Do they, like, are they affected by our magnet range now? If so, that is very interesting. I think that one's a pass. And absolutely mini bangerangs. This is a lot of levels. What is happening here? How much XP did we leave on the ground? I gotta keep this luck going. We need the luck. Oh, we started like inside the boss. That was a mistake. We got slapped down to like half health there. I like how sometimes the icy dead blob ghosts, they jump over to the next stage with you. Also, before today, I didn't even know that they were called stages. If I want to get on the leaderboard, I gotta keep moving. This might be the way. I got this good movement speed too. I got the Mumza infused movement speed, so we can just zoom up the leaderboards. So now we just never say no to crit. Is that correct? Like we always just take crit. What is our crit chance? Oh, we're not even close. We're only at 70%. 70%, that's pathetic. I love the items bouncing through the hills. That's very amusing to me. Oh, we're almost dead. How did that happen? I was really not looking at our health at all. We're absolutely collecting items from further away. I like that. We'll grab that too. Okay, we're back in business. What the heck did we take the damage from? Was I just getting hit by the red shots and just not paying attention to it at all whatsoever? Highly possible. Extremely likely. I should try a mouse run at some point. Obviously, this is better. Going hard on the hard tips. It's a little weird that strange fruit gets upgraded. Oh, glorious! Strange fruit gets upgraded, and it doesn't get an upgrade line. You know, we'll take that. That's fine. Woo! We gotta have it. We have to have it. Like, I would have loved to see it get like a blue, pink, and yellow upgrade options. I think that could have been extremely interesting. Oh, is that our first chargers? The chargers obliterate, or pardon me, the Bloberangs obliterate the chargers. They have no chance. Probably untrue. But let's just believe it. Let's believe it, just so that we can live our lives just for like half an hour, believing that Bloberang isn't the worst skill in the game. Let's do it. Another one. Maybe we're just gonna force our way into Bloberangs being relevant, but just ending up with like 20 Bloberang upgrades. Hey, every time it's more damage. That can't be bad. We're putting some major tree miles in. We're about to get slammed by a red ball right when we come out of there. Oh, we actually dodged it. I thought it was like right on top of us. I was messing around and letting the vacuum boy actually vacuum us a little bit. These red guys are just so... the red shooters are so annoying. What do we want here? I think this is just going to be a pass. Sorry about it. Ooh. What do we want? Do we want to be luckier or chainier? Let's get more chains. We're already at like an absurd number of chains. Might as well just keep it going. Even though we allegedly did that exact same build last run. But hey, now we have Bloberangs. We have a lot of Bloberangs. Oh, I should have dissolved that one. That's on me. I blew it there. You know what? It's fine. We'll do it. Even though we'll never financially recover from that decision. Hey, we're almost half an hour into the run. That means it was at least somewhat successful. I think with how easy we have it set, that we should make it at least another 15 minutes. Probably further. With how powerful Bloberang turned out to be, we should have made it more difficult. I was planning on doing a more difficult run today before I saw the Bloberang patch note. And then you know I had to do Bloberang. Mini bosses, I love it. Take the strange fruit. Get the luck going. I think we just take the citrine. Oh, we're quite a ways away from maxing that one out, but that's alright. So on the roulette wheels, when you get a 5%, no matter what it is, do you think it's best to just dissolve it? Like, is getting the 40% of a level worth more? I think we dissolve that. We don't want the AoE. The AoE helps the icy dead blobs, but that's it. And we don't really care about the icy dead blobs being ridiculous. Alright, back to what I was saying. If you get 5% on a roulette wheel, should you just instantly dissolve that roulette wheel? Like, is getting 40, 50% of a level just worth more than 5% of whatever stat? I mean, maybe 5% crit chance is different. That's like a more significant number. It's also going to be pretty sad when we don't get over 100% crit on this run. We're still stuck here at 70. The roulette wheels have not been in our favor. Probably because we passed on those mumbles. So really, that's on me. That's on me, and deciding that Bloberang was more important than Mumza, which we all know is untrue. But hey, we are trying to do a Bloberang run. We gotta do it. These mini bosses, not dying for us. I'm interested to see where we land on the leaderboard after one of these runs. We've mainly just been sitting in trees, so let's actually not take any more of these. Let's just dissolve. We'll just move towards our next level. It was half of the level. Probably more important than a upgrade that's not really going to do that much. Oh, come on, bosses. We do seem to take the bosses out pretty good. Oh, this is an issue. We have the big tanky mini boss. Oh, bangerangs. Yes! At least we're not bouncing him around. Carry on. So, should we measure runs by stages now instead of time? I mean, they're roughly the same, but when you have a bad build, you can end up getting stuck on a stage for like 8 minutes. Not when you're blobberanging. The Blobberangs must be proccing damage more than one time on a pass through a boss. So those bosses are getting absolutely smoked. Or maybe just our base projectiles are. Which kind of makes sense. We have the base projectile like going into the boss and then forking and or chaining, which in this case creates a new projectile. Like, that should register as damage. So maybe it's just our base projectile and the way that all that stuff works on the larger targets, more so than the smaller ones. We need some Goobies scientists. We need some universities to start offering a Goobies science program. We can get the answers to all these questions. So I think we deserve answers. Was that bosses? That bosses are just red guys. Ziggurat is the smallest boss model, and therefore the hardest boss to kill. Which seems silly. Like, it's not based on their skill anymore, or their skills, not skill. It's just all about how large the model is for how long it takes us to kill the boss. Because the big bosses, they just get instantly killed. So if they had like 10 times the amount of health, we would still kill them in like under a second. So it would just take us 10 times as long, right? Are we getting some lag here? What is our... We're at 80% crit. I forgot what the first ruby gives us. We need the strange fruit luck to start giving us... Ooh. Giving us some crit chance. And then we can turn damage numbers on and lag ourselves out until we die. But we need to know how these mega crits work. Can they stack like beyond 200? So I think we're gonna have to do another roulette run to explore the mega crits, because that is the way you get to ridiculous levels of crit chance. Oh, we just got slapped there. Look at this. Look at these bangerangs. Almost 7 million. Hey, that's actually a respectable number for what we did there. The base projectile did everything, though. I see dead blobs, 12 mil. So Bangerang, it's still bad, but just not as bad. Alright. I had a good time playing. Hope you had a good time watching. And I'm out.